600 facts about space you never knew. Relax and let the cosmos carry you gently toward the most peaceful sleep. The universe stretches in every direction, filled with wonders beyond imagination. Tonight, each fact is a gift of cosmic knowledge. From the blazing surface of the sun to the frozen edges of the solar system. From tiny atoms to galaxy superclusters. There is no rush and no test. Simply listen, breathe, and let these truths about the cosmos wash over you gently. Some facts will surprise you, some will comfort you. All of them are real. The universe is stranger than fiction. Let your mind wander among the stars. Each fact is a stepping stone through the infinite garden of the cosmos. We begin with what we know best, our own star, the sun that gives us warmth, light, and life itself. Close your eyes if you wish. The journey is long and gentle. 600 stops on our tour of everything above. Fact 1. The sun contains 99.86% of all mass in our solar system. Everything else is a rounding error. Fact 2. Light from the sun takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds to reach Earth. You always see the sun as it was, not as it is. Fact 3. The sun's core reaches 15 million degrees Celsius. Hydrogen atoms fuse into helium, releasing enormous energy. Fact 4. About 1 million Earths could fit inside the sun. It is 330,000 times more massive than our planet. Fact 5. The sun is actually white, not yellow. Our atmosphere scatters blue light, making it appear yellowish from the ground. Fact 6. The sun loses 4 million tons of mass every single second through nuclear fusion. It has burned for 4.5 billion years. Fact 7. The sun's outer corona is hotter than its surface. 2 million degrees versus 5,500. A mystery still unsolved. Fact 8. In 5 billion years, the sun will swell into a red giant, engulfing Mercury, Venus, and possibly Earth. Fact 9. A photon born in the sun's core takes 100,000 years to reach the surface, bouncing between atoms constantly. Fact 10. The sun rotates faster at its equator than its poles. 25 days at the equator, 35 at the poles. Fact 11. Solar flares can release energy equal to millions of nuclear bombs in minutes. They disrupt satellites and power grids on Earth. Fact 12. The sun produces enough energy every second to power human civilization for 500,000 years. Fact 13. Sunspots are cooler regions on the sun's surface. They appear dark only by comparison. They are still incredibly hot. Fact 14. A solar wind blows particles outward at 400 kilometers per second, creating a bubble around the entire solar system. Fact 15. The sun has a magnetic field that flips polarity every 11 years. This solar cycle affects weather and technology on Earth. Fact 16. The sun is roughly halfway through its life. It will burn steadily for another 5 billion years before dying. Fact 17. The sun is classified as a G-type main sequence star, a yellow dwarf, perfectly ordinary and perfectly life-giving. Fact 18. The speed of sound on the sun is about 10 times faster than on Earth, due to its extreme temperature. Fact 19. Coronal mass ejections are giant bubbles of magnetized plasma ejected from the sun. They can weigh billions of tons. Fact 20. The sun generates energy through the proton-proton chain reaction. 4 hydrogen nuclei become 1 helium nucleus plus energy. Fact 21. Neutrinos produced in the sun's core pass through the entire planet without stopping. Trillions pass through you every second. Fact 22. The sun's gravity is 28 times stronger than Earth's. You would weigh 28 times more standing on its surface. Fact 23. The Carrington event of 1859 was the most powerful solar storm recorded. It set telegraph wires on fire. Fact 24. The sun emits light across the entire electromagnetic spectrum. Not just visible light, but also ultraviolet, infrared, and X-rays. Fact 25. After the sun dies, it will leave behind a white dwarf, a dense ember the size of Earth, slowly cooling forever. Fact 26. Mercury is the smallest planet in our solar system, only slightly larger than Earth's moon. Fact 27. A day on Mercury lasts 176 Earth days, longer than its year of 88 days. Fact 28. Mercury's temperature swings are the most extreme, from -173 at night to 427 degrees during the day. Fact 29. Despite being closest to the Sun, Mercury is not the hottest planet. That title belongs to Venus. Fact 30. Mercury has ice in permanently shadowed craters near its poles, protected from the Sun forever, frozen in eternal darkness. Fact 31. Mercury has no atmosphere to speak of, just a thin exosphere of atoms blasted off its surface by solar wind. Fact 32. Mercury has a massive iron core that makes up about 85% of its radius, a metal ball with a thin rocky shell. Fact 33. The Caloris Basin on Mercury is one of the largest impact craters in the solar system, over 1,500 kilometers wide. Fact 34. Mercury is shrinking. Its interior is cooling and contracting, creating wrinkles called scarps across its surface. Fact 35. Mercury orbits the Sun so fast that ancient astronomers thought it was two different stars, a morning star and an evening star. Fact 36. Venus is the hottest planet at 462 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt lead on its surface. Fact 37. Venus spins backward compared to most planets. The Sun rises in the west and sets in the east there. Fact 38. A day on Venus lasts longer than its year. It takes 243 Earth days to rotate once. Fact 39. Venus has crushing atmospheric pressure, 90 times Earth's surface pressure, like being a kilometer deep in the ocean. Fact 40. Venus rains sulfuric acid, but the drops evaporate before reaching the ground because the surface is too hot. Fact 41. Venus is Earth's closest neighbor in size, sometimes called Earth's twin, though the resemblance ends at size. Fact 42. Soviet Venera probes landed on Venus in the 1970s. They survived only minutes before being crushed and melted. Fact 43. Venus has thousands of volcanoes, more than any other planet. Some may still be active today. Fact 44. Venus has no moons and no rings. It orbits the Sun completely alone without any companions. Fact 45. Winds at the top of Venus's clouds reach 360 kilometers per hour, circling the planet every 4 days. Fact 46. Earth is the only known planet with liquid water on its surface. 71% of our planet is covered by oceans. Fact 47. Earth's magnetic field protects us from solar wind. Without it, our atmosphere would be stripped away like Mars lost its. Fact 48. The Earth is not perfectly round. It bulges slightly at the equator due to its rotation, an oblate spheroid. Fact 49. Earth's core is as hot as the surface of the Sun, about 5,500 degrees Celsius. Fact 50. The Earth is gradually slowing down. Days are getting longer by about 1.7 milliseconds per century. Fact 51. Earth is the densest planet in the solar system, 5.5 grams per cubic centimeter on average. Fact 52. Earth's atmosphere is 78% nitrogen, not oxygen. Oxygen makes up only 21%. Fact 53. The deepest point on Earth is the Mariana Trench, nearly 11 kilometers below sea level. Fact 54. Earth is the only planet not named after a Greek or Roman deity. Its name comes from Germanic and Old English words. Fact 55. The Van Allen radiation belts are zones of charged particles trapped by Earth's magnetic field, protecting life below. Fact 56. Earth has had at least 5 major mass extinctions. Life nearly ended multiple times, but always recovered stronger. Fact 57. The Sahara Desert receives enough sunlight to power the entire world if covered in solar panels. Fact 58. Lightning strikes Earth about 100 times every single second. 8 million strikes per day. Fact 59. Earth's rotation is why hurricanes spin counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere and clockwise in the southern. Fact 60. The Earth travels around the Sun at about 108,000 kilometers per hour. We never feel this incredible speed. Fact 61. Earth's tilt of 23.5 degrees gives us seasons. Without it, there would be no summer or winter. Fact 62. The oldest rocks on Earth are about 4 billion years old, found in northern Canada and western Australia. Fact 63. Earth's ozone layer absorbs 97 to 97% of the sun's harmful ultraviolet radiation. Fact 64. If Earth were the size of a basketball, the atmosphere would be thinner than a sheet of paper. Fact 65. Earth is the only place in the known universe where life exists. That makes it infinitely precious and rare. Fact 66. The Moon is drifting away from Earth at 3.8 centimeters per year, about the speed your fingernails grow. Fact 67. The same side of the Moon always faces Earth. This tidal locking means we never see the far side from the ground. Fact 68. The Moon has moonquakes caused by tidal forces from Earth. They can last for hours, much longer than earthquakes. Fact 69. Footprints left by Apollo astronauts will remain on the Moon for millions of years. No wind or rain to erase them. Fact 70. The Moon's gravity is 1/6 of Earth's. An astronaut who weighs 80 kilograms on Earth weighs just 13 there. Fact 71. The Moon was likely formed when a Mars-sized body called Theia crashed into early Earth 4.5 billion years ago. Fact 72. There is water ice hidden in permanently shadowed craters near the Moon's poles. Potential fuel for future missions. Fact 73. The temperature on the Moon ranges from -173 to 127 degrees Celsius, extreme swings without atmosphere. Fact 74. The Moon has no atmosphere. The sky is always black, even during the lunar daytime when the sun is shining. Fact 75. The Moon is not perfectly round, it is slightly egg-shaped with the larger end pointing toward Earth. Fact 76. The dark patches on the Moon are called maria. They are ancient lava plains, not actual seas despite the name. Fact 77. The Moon's largest crater is the South Pole Aitken Basin, 2,500 kilometers wide and 8 kilometers deep. Fact 78. Lunar dust is incredibly abrasive and clingy. It stuck to everything during Apollo missions and damaged equipment. Fact 79. The Moon causes tides on Earth. Its gravity pulls ocean water, creating the rhythmic rise and fall we observe daily. Fact 80. A total solar eclipse is only possible because the Moon and Sun appear almost exactly the same size from Earth, a cosmic coincidence. Fact 81. The Moon has been visited by 12 humans. The last person to walk on it was Gene Cernan in December 1972. Fact 82. The Moon is slowly stabilizing Earth's axial tilt. Without it, our planet would wobble chaotically, making life much harder. Fact 83. Moon rocks brought back by Apollo astronauts helped prove the giant impact hypothesis of the Moon's formation. Fact 84. The full Moon is not brighter than a half moon by just 2 times. It is actually about 12 times brighter. Fact 85. The Moon has no global magnetic field today, but ancient lunar rocks show it once had 1 billions of years ago. Fact 86. Mars has the tallest volcano in the solar system. Olympus Mons stands nearly 22 kilometers high, 3 times Mount Everest. Fact 87. Mars has the longest canyon in the solar system. Baez Marineris stretches 4,000 kilometers across the planet. Fact 88. A year on Mars is 687 Earth days, almost twice as long as an Earth year. Fact 89. Mars has 2 small moons named Phobos and Deimos. They are likely captured asteroids, irregularly shaped and tiny. Fact 90. Mars appears red because its surface is rich in iron oxide. Essentially, the entire planet is covered in rust. Fact 91. Evidence suggests Mars once had rivers, lakes, and possibly an ocean. Liquid water flowed on its surface billions of years ago. Fact 92. Mars has polar ice caps made of water ice and dry ice. They grow and shrink with the Martian seasons. Fact 93. Dust storms on Mars can engulf the entire planet for months. They block sunlight and can kill solar-powered rovers. Fact 94. The atmospheric pressure on Mars is less than 1% of Earth's. You could not breathe there even if the air were pure oxygen. Fact 95. Mars has seasons like Earth because it is tilted at a similar angle, 25 degrees compared to Earth's 23. Fact 96. Sunsets on Mars are blue. The fine dust in the atmosphere scatters red light and lets blue light through. Fact 97. The Curiosity rover has been exploring Mars since 2012. It found evidence that Mars could once have supported microbial life. Fact 98. Phobos, Mars's larger moon, is slowly spiraling inward. In 50 million years it will crash into Mars or break apart. Fact 99. Mars has about 1/3 of Earth's gravity. You could jump 3 times higher there than on Earth. Fact 100. The average temperature on Mars is minus 60 degrees Celsius, colder than Antarctica on most days. Fact 101. Mars has no global magnetic field. Solar wind slowly strips away its atmosphere, making it thinner each year. Fact 102. The Mars helicopter Ingenuity achieved powered flight on another planet for the first time in 2021. Fact 103. Water on Mars exists today mostly as underground ice and thin clouds of ice crystals in the atmosphere. Fact 104. Mars may have underground lakes of liquid water, kept warm by geothermal heat beneath the polar ice caps. Fact 105. Scientists plan to send humans to Mars in the 2030s. The journey would take about 7 months each way. Pause here for a moment. We've travelled from the Sun through the inner rocky planets, 105 facts and counting. Breathe slowly. The cosmos is patient. It has been here for nearly 14 billion years and will wait while you rest. Feel the wonder of what you have learned. The Sun's fury, Mercury's extremes, Venus's hellish beauty, and Mars's frozen mystery. Ahead lie the giant planets, Jupiter and Saturn with their rings and storms. Worlds of gas and wind beyond imagination. And beyond them, the ice giants, the dwarf planets, the asteroids and comets. The solar system is vast and full of surprises. But there is no hurry. Let each fact settle like a star finding its place in the sky. Gentle and unhurried. When you are ready, we continue outward, into the realm of the gas giants. Worlds so large they dwarf everything we have seen. Let us go gently forward. Jupiter awaits, with its swirling storms and dozens of moons, a miniature solar system of its own. Fact 106. Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system. More than 1,300 Earths could fit inside it. Fact 17. Jupiter's Great Red Spot is a storm larger than Earth that has been raging for at least 350 years. Fact 108. Jupiter has at least 95 known moons. 4 large Galilean moons were discovered by Galileo in 1610. Fact 109. Europa, one of Jupiter's moons, likely has a liquid ocean beneath its icy surface, a possible home for alien life. Fact 110. Jupiter's magnetic field is 20,000 times stronger than Earth's, the strongest of any planet. Fact 111. Jupiter rotates incredibly fast. A day on Jupiter lasts only about 10 hours, the shortest day of any planet. Fact 112. Io, Jupiter's innermost large moon, is the most volcanically active body in the solar system. Hundreds of active volcanoes. Fact 113. Jupiter acts as a cosmic vacuum cleaner. Its massive gravity deflects asteroids and comets that might otherwise hit Earth. Fact 114. Jupiter radiates more heat than it receives from the Sun. It is slowly contracting, converting gravitational energy to heat. Fact 115. It rains diamonds on Jupiter. Extreme pressure turns carbon in the atmosphere into actual diamond crystals. Fact 116. Ganymede is the largest moon in the solar system, bigger than Mercury. It even has its own magnetic field. Fact 117. Jupiter's cloud bands are driven by winds reaching 620 km per hour in opposite directions. Fact 118. Saturn's rings are made mostly of ice particles ranging from tiny grains to chunks the size of houses. Fact 119. Saturn is the least dense planet. It would float in water if you could find a bathtub large enough. Fact 120. Saturn has a hexagonal storm in its north pole, a six-sided jet stream pattern unique in the solar system. Fact 121. Titan, Saturn's largest moon, has lakes and rivers of liquid methane and ethane, an alien chemistry on a frozen world. Fact 1022. Saturn's rings are incredibly thin relative to their width. If Saturn were the size of a football field, the rings would be thinner than a razor blade. Fact 123. Enceladus, a small moon of Saturn, shoots geysers of water ice into space from its south pole. Fact 24. Saturn's rings may be only 100 million years old, much younger than the planet itself. Fact 125. Saturn has over 140 known moons. New ones are still being discovered regularly. Fact 126. Saturn takes 29.5 Earth years to orbit the Sun once. A single Saturnian year. Fact 12000. Titan has a thick atmosphere denser than Earth's. The only moon in the solar system with a substantial atmosphere. Fact 2020. The Cassini spacecraft orbited Saturn for 13 years before plunging into the planet in 2017. Fact 129. Saturn's density is so low that its average density is less than that of liquid water on Earth. Fact 130. If you could stand on Saturn's cloud tops, the Sun would appear about 100 times dimmer than on Earth. Fact 1321. Uranus rotates on its side with an axial tilt of 98 degrees. It essentially rolls around the Sun. Fact 132. Neptune has the fastest winds in the solar system, over 2,000 kilometers per hour. Fact 133. Uranus was the first planet discovered with a telescope. William Herschel found it in 1781. Fact 134. Neptune's moon Triton orbits backward. It was likely captured from the Kuiper Belt long ago. Fact 135. Uranus appears blue-green because methane in its atmosphere absorbs red light and reflects blue. Fact 136. Neptune was predicted mathematically before it was seen. Its gravity was pulling Uranus off its expected orbit. Fact 137. Both ice giants have ring systems, though much fainter than Saturn's, dark and narrow and hard to see. Fact 138. A year on Neptune is 165 Earth years. It has completed only one orbit since its discovery. Fact 139. Uranus has 27 known moons, all named after characters from Shakespeare and Alexander Pope. Fact 140. Neptune's great dark spot, similar to Jupiter's red spot, appeared and disappeared between Voyager's visit and Hubble observations. Fact 141. The cores of both ice giants may contain oceans of superheated water under immense pressure. Fact 142. It rains diamonds on both Uranus and Neptune. Carbon atoms compressed into diamond crystals falling through the interior. Fact 143. Only one spacecraft has visited the ice giants. Voyager 2 flew by Uranus in 86 and Neptune in 89. Fact 144. Neptune radiates 2.6 times more energy than it receives from the Sun. Something internal keeps it warm. Fact 145. Both ice giants are about 4 times wider than Earth. Large worlds in the cold outer reaches of our solar system. Fact 146. Pluto was reclassified as a dwarf planet in 2006. It has not cleared its orbital neighborhood. Fact 147. Pluto has 5 known moons. Charon is so large relative to Pluto that they orbit each other like a double planet. Fact 148. Eris is slightly more massive than Pluto. Its discovery helped trigger the reclassification of Pluto. Fact 149. The Kuiper Belt extends from Neptune's orbit outward. It contains millions of icy bodies left from the solar system's formation. Fact 150. Ceres is the largest object in the asteroid belt and also a dwarf planet. It has bright spots that puzzled scientists. Fact 151. Haumea is a dwarf planet shaped like an elongated egg. It rotates so fast it has been squashed into this shape. Fact 152. Makemake is a dwarf planet beyond Neptune. Its surface is covered in frozen methane and ethane. Fact 153. New Horizons flew past Pluto in 2015, revealing a complex world with mountains, glaciers, and a thin atmosphere. Fact 154. Pluto's surface has mountains made of water ice as hard as rock in the extreme cold. Fact 155. The Kuiper Belt is home to short-period comets that visit the inner solar system every few decades. Fact 156. Sedna is a distant object with an orbit that takes 11,400 years. It never comes close to Neptune. Fact 157. Pluto's thin atmosphere freezes and falls to the ground as it moves farther from the Sun in its elliptical orbit. Fact 158. The Oort cloud is a theoretical shell of icy objects surrounding the solar system at vast distances. Fact 159. Long-period comets come from the Oort cloud, disturbed by passing stars and sent toward the inner solar system. Fact 160. Planet 9 may exist in the outer solar system. Its gravitational influence is suspected, but it has never been directly seen. Fact 161. The asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter contains millions of rocky bodies, but its total mass is less than our Moon. Fact 162. If you combined all the asteroids together, they would form an object much smaller than Earth's Moon. Fact 163. Bennu is a near-Earth asteroid that the Asaurus Rex mission sampled and returned material from in 2023. Fact 164. Asteroids can have moons. The asteroid Ida has a small moon named Dactyl orbiting it. Fact 165. The Chicxulub asteroid impact 66 million years ago caused the extinction of the dinosaurs. Facts 166. Some asteroids are rubble piles, loose collections of rock and dust held together only by weak gravity. Fact 167. Near-Earth asteroids are tracked carefully. NASA monitors thousands of objects that could potentially threaten our planet. Fact 168. The DART mission successfully deflected asteroid Dimorphos in 2022, humanity's first planetary defense test. Fact 169. Asteroids contain valuable metals including platinum, gold, and rare earth elements. Future mining could be worth trillions. Fact 170. Trojan asteroids share Jupiter's orbit, clustered at stable gravitational points ahead of and behind the planet. Fact 171. Comets are dirty snowballs of ice, rock, and dust. They develop tails only when approaching the Sun. Fact 172. Halley's Comet visits the inner solar system every 75 to 79 years, last seen in 1986. Fact 173. A comet has two tails, a dust tail curved by orbital motion and an ion tail always pointing away from the Sun. Fact 174. Comets lose material every time they pass the Sun. Eventually they break apart or become inactive. Fact 175. The Rosetta mission landed a probe on Comet 67P in 2014, first landing on a comet. Fact 176. Comets may have delivered water and organic molecules to early Earth, seeding the ingredients for life. Fact 177. The Great Comet of 1811 was visible to the naked eye for 9 months, one of history's brightest. Fact 178. Interstellar comet Borisov visited our solar system in 2019, only the second interstellar object ever detected. Fact 179. Some comets orbit the Sun in just a few years. Others take millions of years to complete one orbit. Fact 180. The coma of a comet, its fuzzy atmosphere, can be larger than Jupiter, while its nucleus is only kilometers across. Rest once more. 180 facts have carried you from the Sun to the farthest reaches of our solar system. Breathe. The planets are behind us now. Ahead lie the stars, the galaxies, and the vast empty spaces between them. Every fact is a thread connecting you to the cosmos. You are learning the language of the universe, one truth at a time. The next part of our journey takes us beyond the Sun, to other stars, to places where new worlds are being born. Stars are born, they live, and they die. Their stories are written in light across billions of years. Gentle, cosmic stories. Let the gentle rhythm of these facts continue to carry you, like waves on a dark cosmic shore, steady and calming. There is so much more to discover. Black holes, nebulae, galaxies, and mysteries we have not yet solved. Let us continue. The universe is calling. Softly, gently, listen to its truths and let them guide you deeper into peaceful rest. Fact 181. Stars are born in vast clouds of gas and dust called nebulae. Gravity pulls material together until fusion ignites. Fact 182. The nearest star to Earth beyond the Sun is Proxima Centauri, 4.24 light-years away. Fact 183. There are more stars in the observable universe than grains of sand on all of Earth's beaches combined. Fact 184. Neutron stars are so dense that a teaspoon of their material would weigh about 6 billion tons on Earth. Fact 185. Some stars are cool enough to touch. Brown dwarfs can have surface temperatures as low as room temperature. Fact 186. When you look at the night sky, some stars you see have already died. Their light is still traveling. Fact 187. The largest known star is Stephenson 218, over 2,000 times the radius of our Sun. Fact 188. Stars do not actually twinkle. The effect is caused by Earth's atmosphere bending starlight as it passes through. Fact 189. Every element heavier than iron was created in supernova explosions or neutron star mergers. Fact 190. Pulsars are spinning neutron stars that emit beams of radiation like cosmic lighthouses. Some spin hundreds of times per second. Fact 191. About half of all star systems contain two or more stars orbiting each other. Binary systems are common. Fact 192. Red dwarf stars are the most common type of star. They burn slowly and can last trillions of years. Fact 193. Betelgeuse in the constellation Orion may explode as a supernova within the next 100,000 years. Fact 194. White dwarf stars are incredibly dense remnants. A sugar cube-sized piece would weigh as much as a car. Fact 195. The color of a star tells you its temperature. Blue stars are hottest, red stars are coolest. Fact 196. Massive stars live fast and die young. A star 10 times the Sun's mass lives only 20 million years. Fact 197. The Pistol star is one of the most luminous stars known, 10 million times more luminous than our Sun. Fact 198. Some stars pulsate, growing and shrinking rhythmically. Cepheid variables helped us measure the size of the universe. Fact 199. Magnetars have the strongest magnetic fields in the universe, 1 trillion times stronger than Earth's field. Fact 200. A supernova can briefly outshine an entire galaxy of billions of stars, an explosion of unimaginable power. Fact 211. When massive stars explode, they create shock waves that can trigger new star formation in nearby gas clouds. Fact 202. Hypervelocity stars have been flung out of galaxies by encounters with supermassive black holes. They fly through intergalactic space. Fact 203. Wolf-rayet stars are dying, massive stars shedding their outer layers. They blow powerful stellar winds into space. Fact 204. The oldest known stars are over 13 billion years old, born just a few 100 million years after the Big Bang. Fact 205. Our Sun orbits the center of the Milky Way at 800,000 kilometers per hour, taking 230 million years per orbit. Fact 26. A black hole forms when a massive star collapses under its own gravity. Nothing can escape, not even light. Fact 207. Time runs slower near a black hole. A clock at the event horizon would appear nearly frozen to a distant observer. Fact 208. The smallest known black holes are about 15 kilometers across, yet contain several times the mass of our Sun. Fact 209. Black holes do not suck things in. Their gravity works like any other mass. Only very close objects are captured. Fact 210. If the Sun became a black hole of the same mass, Earth's orbit would not change, only the light would disappear. Fact 211. Hawking radiation means black holes slowly evaporate. A stellar black hole would take longer than the age of the universe. Fact 212. The largest known black hole is TOMS 618 at 66 billion solar masses, almost incomprehensibly massive. Fact 2 certain third. Spinning black holes drag spacetime around with them. This effect is called frame dragging. Fact 214. The first photograph of a black hole was released in 2019, showing M87's supermassive black hole. Fact 215. Spaghettification is real. Near a stellar black hole, tidal forces would stretch you into a thin strand. Fact 216. Two merging black holes create gravitational waves. Ripples in space-time detected for the first time in 2015. Fact 217. Inside a black hole, all paths lead to the singularity. The future direction literally points inward. Fact 218. Sagittarius, a star, is the supermassive black hole at the center of our Milky Way, 4 million solar masses. Fact 219. Some black holes launch jets of plasma at nearly the speed of light, extending thousands of light years into space. Fact 220. Primordial black holes may have formed in the early universe. Some could be microscopic. Fact 221. The information paradox asks what happens to information that falls into a black hole. It may not be destroyed. Fact 222. Active galactic nuclei are supermassive black holes consuming vast amounts of material, outshining their host galaxies. Fact 223. Stellar black holes form from stars at least 25 times more massive than our Sun. Fact 224. A black hole the mass of Earth would be about the size of a marble. Incredibly dense. Fact 225. Black holes can merge to form larger black holes. This process releases enormous amounts of gravitational wave energy. Fact 226. The event horizon is the point of no return. Beyond it, escape velocity exceeds the speed of light. Fact 2027. Supermassive black holes grow by consuming gas, dust, stars, and merging with other black holes over billions of years. Fact 228. Black holes distort the appearance of everything behind them through gravitational lensing. Light bends around them. Fact 229. Some scientists theorize that our entire universe could exist inside a black hole in a larger parent universe. Fact 230. Black holes are not empty holes. They are objects with mass, spin, and charge, the simplest objects in nature. Fact 231. Nebulae are vast clouds of gas and dust in space. Some are birthplaces of stars, others are graveyards. Fact 232. The Eagle Nebula contains the famous pillars of creation, towering columns of gas where new stars are being born. Fact 233. Planetary nebulae are the outer layers of dying stars, beautiful shells of glowing gas expanding into space. Fact 234. The Orion Nebula is visible to the naked eye, a stellar nursery about 1,300 light-years from Earth. Fact 235. Supernova remnants are nebulae created by stellar explosions. The Crab Nebula was formed by a supernova seen in 1054. Fact 236. Some nebulae are dark. They block the light of stars behind them, appearing as voids in the Milky Way. Fact 237. The Horsehead Nebula is a dark nebula. Is a dark nebula shaped like a horse's head, silhouetted against a bright background. Fact 238. Reflection nebulae glow blue because they scatter starlight. They do not produce their own light. Fact 239. The Cat's Eye Nebula has complex nested shells suggesting the dying star experienced episodic mass loss events. Fact 240. Emission nebulae glow because ultraviolet light from hot young stars ionizes the hydrogen gas within them. Fact 241. The Tarantula Nebula in the Large Magellanic Cloud is the most active star-forming region in the local group of galaxies. Fact 242. Protoplanetary nebulae are brief transitional objects, a dying star shedding its outer layers before becoming a white dwarf. Fact 243. The Ring Nebula is a classic planetary nebula visible through small telescopes, a glowing ring of expelled stellar material. Fact 244. Nebulae can span hundreds of light years. The gas is incredibly thin but spread across vast distances. Fact 245. Elements created inside stars are recycled through nebulae into new generations of stars and planets. Fact 246. The Milky Way contains between 100 billion and 400 billion stars, and that is just one galaxy. Fact 247. The Andromeda Galaxy is heading toward us at 110 kilometers per second. It will merge with the Milky Way in 4 onto 104.5 billion years. Fact 248. There are over 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe, more galaxies than stars in the Milky Way. Fact 249. The Milky Way is a barred spiral galaxy about 100,000 light-years across. Fact 250. Light from the most distant galaxies has traveled over 13 billion years to reach our telescopes. Fact 251. Galaxy cannibalism is real. Large galaxies grow by absorbing smaller ones. The Milky Way has consumed several. Fact 252. Nearly every large galaxy has a supermassive black hole at its center. They may be essential to galaxy formation. Fact 253. Galaxies come in spirals, ellipticals, irregulars, and lenticulars. Each type tells a different evolutionary story. Fact 254. The largest known galaxy is IC 1101, 6 million light-years across, 60 times wider than the Milky Way. Fact 255. Our solar system is located in the Orion Arm, a minor spiral arm of the Milky Way galaxy. Fact 256. Galaxies cluster together in groups, clusters, and superclusters, the largest structures in the universe. Fact 257. The space between galaxies is not empty. It contains a thin, hot gas called the intergalactic medium. Fact 258. Starburst galaxies form stars at a furious rate, hundreds of times faster than the Milky Way. Fact 259. The Magellanic Clouds are dwarf galaxies visible from the southern hemisphere, satellite galaxies of the Milky Way. Fact 260. When Andromeda and the Milky Way merge, the resulting galaxy has already been named Milkromeda. Fact 261. Ring galaxies form when a smaller galaxy punches through the center of a larger one, creating a ripple. Fact 262. Quasars are extremely luminous active galactic nuclei, powered by supermassive black holes consuming vast amounts of matter. Fact 263. The Hubble Space Telescope revealed that even seemingly empty patches of sky contain thousands of distant galaxies. Fact 264. Dark matter halos surround every galaxy. Invisible matter that holds galaxies together and shapes their rotation. Fact 265. The cosmic web is the largest structure in the universe. Galaxies arranged along filaments with vast voids between them. Fact 266. Dark matter makes up about 27% of the universe. We can detect its gravity but cannot see it. Fact 267. Dark energy makes up 68% of the universe. It is driving the accelerating expansion of space. Fact 268. Normal matter, everything we can see and touch, makes up only about 5% of the universe. Fact 269. Dark energy was discovered in 1998 when astronomers found the expansion of the universe is speeding up. Fact 270. Dark matter does not interact with light or electromagnetic radiation. It interacts only through gravity. Fact 271. The leading candidate for dark matter is WIMPs, weakly interacting massive particles that have never been directly detected. Fact 272. Bullet cluster provides strong evidence for dark matter. 2 galaxy clusters collided and dark matter passed through. Fact 273. Without dark matter, galaxies would fly apart. Their visible mass is not enough to hold them together gravitationally. Fact 274. Dark energy may be the cosmological constant. Einstein's biggest mistake turned out to be real. Fact 275. If dark energy strengthens, the universe may end in a big rip. Everything torn apart, even atoms. Fact 276. Dark matter detectors operate deep underground to shield them from cosmic rays. None have definitively detected dark matter. Fact 277. Modified gravity theories try to explain dark matter's effects without invisible matter. The debate continues. Fact 278. Dark energy is the same everywhere in space and does not dilute as the universe expands. Fact 279. 95% of the universe is made of things we cannot see, detect, or fully understand. Fact 280. Understanding dark matter and dark energy is one of the greatest challenges in modern physics. Rest again. 280 facts. You have journeyed across the solar system, through the stars, into galaxies and dark matter. The universe is 95% mystery. And yet what we do know is already magnificent beyond words. Let your mind float freely. Each fact is a star in the constellation of your understanding, growing brighter with each truth. Ahead lie the human stories of space exploration, brave people who left our planet to touch the cosmos. And the strangest oddities of space, diamond planets, alcohol clouds, and sounds that no human ear has heard. There is beauty everywhere in the cosmos, in its violence and its silence, in its vastness and its tiniest particles. Continue breathing slowly. Let the cosmic rhythm guide you. 320 more truths about the universe await. When you are ready, we continue. The adventure is far from over. The universe still has so much to share. Fact 281. The observable universe is 93 billion light-years in diameter, and that is only the part we can see. Fact 282. If the sun were a basketball, Earth would be a small bead 26 meters away. Fact 283. Voyager 1 is the most distant human-made object, over 24 billion kilometers from Earth. Fact 284. Light from the Andromeda Galaxy takes 2.5 million years to reach us. You see ancient light. Fact 285. The Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall is 10 billion light-years across, the largest known structure. Fact 286. The average distance between stars in the Milky Way is about 5 light-years. Space is extraordinarily empty. Fact 287. If you could drive to the Sun at highway speed, it would take about 170 years. Fact 288. The cosmic microwave background is the oldest light in the universe, emitted 380,000 years after the Big Bang. Fact 289. The universe is 13.8 billion years old, about 3 times the age of Earth. Fact 290. A single light-year is about 9.5 trillion kilometers, an almost meaningless number to human intuition. Fact 291. The nearest galaxy to the Milky Way is the Canis Major dwarf galaxy, about 25,000 light-years away. Fact 292. The Boots Void is a region of space 330 million light-years wide, with almost no galaxies. Fact 293. If you could fold a piece of paper 42 times, it would reach the moon. Fact 294. The entire mass of humanity is about 350 million tons. A small asteroid weighs more. Fact 295. There are more atoms in a glass of water than glasses of water in all Earth's oceans. Fact 296. The Planck length is the smallest meaningful distance, about 10 to the minus 35 meters. Fact 297. If an atom were the size of a football stadium, its nucleus would be a fly on the field. Fact 298. The edge of the observable universe is receding from us faster than the speed of light due to space expansion. Fact 299. It takes about 100,000 years for light to cross from one side of the Milky Way to the other. Fact 300. Cosmic voids make up most of the universe's volume. Vast empty spaces between the filaments of the cosmic web. Fact 301. Yuri Gagarin was the first human in space on April 12, 1961. His flight lasted 108 minutes. Fact 302. The Apollo program landed 12 humans on the moon between 1969 and 1972. Fact 303. The Space Shuttle flew 135 missions over 30 years before retiring in 2011. Fact 34. The International Space Station has been continuously occupied since November 2, 2000. Over 23 years. Fact 305. It costs roughly $55 million per seat to reach the ISS on a Soyuz spacecraft. Fact 306. SpaceX's Falcon 9 can land and be reused. This has dramatically reduced the cost of reaching orbit. Fact 307. The Voyager probes carry golden records with sounds and images of Earth for any aliens who might find them. Fact 308. The fastest spacecraft ever, Parker Solar Probe, reached speeds over 635,000 kilometers per hour. Fact 309. The Hubble Space Telescope has orbited Earth since 1990, revolutionizing our understanding of the universe. Fact 310. The James Webb Space Telescope observes in infrared. It can see the first galaxies that formed after the Big Bang. Fact 301. Mars rovers Spirit and Opportunity were designed to last 90 days. Opportunity worked for over 14 years. Fact 312. The New Horizons mission traveled 9 years and 5 billion kilometers to reach Pluto in 2015. Fact 313. Astronauts on the ISS see 16 sunrises and 16 sunsets every day because of their orbital speed. Fact 314. The longest continuous time spent in space is 437 days by Valery Polyakov. Fact 315. China has built its own space station called Tiangong, operational since 2022. Fact 316. The Artemis program aims to return humans to the Moon and eventually send them to Mars. Fact 317. Solar sails use the pressure of sunlight to propel spacecraft. No fuel needed, just photons pushing. Fact 318. Light sail technology could potentially send tiny probes to the nearest star in about 20 years. Fact 319. Over 5,000 satellites currently orbit Earth. They provide communication, weather data, and navigation. Fact 320. Space debris is a growing problem. Thousands of pieces of junk orbit Earth at dangerous speeds. Fact 321. Astronauts grow up to 5 centimeters taller in space. Without gravity, the spine stretches. Fact 322. In space, tears do not fall. They form floating blobs that stick to your face. Fact 323. Astronauts must exercise 2 hours daily to prevent bone and muscle loss in microgravity. Fact 324. Food tastes blander in space because fluids shift toward the head, causing nasal congestion. Fact 325. Sleeping in space requires being strapped down, otherwise you drift around the cabin bumping into things. Fact 326. Bones lose about 1% of their density per month in microgravity, a serious health concern for long missions. Fact 327. Astronauts' hearts become more spherical in space because gravity no longer pulls them into their normal shape. Fact 328. Space sickness affects about 60% of astronauts in the first few days, similar to severe motion sickness. Fact 329. Astronauts can see flashes of light with their eyes closed, caused by cosmic rays passing through their retinas. Fact 330. The ISS water recycling system turns urine and sweat back into drinking water. Every drop matters in space. Fact 331. Without a spacesuit in the vacuum of space, you would not explode. You would lose consciousness in about 15 seconds. Fact 332. Fingernails frequently fall off during extended spacewalks due to pressure from spacesuit gloves. Fact 333. Over 500 people from more than 40 countries have traveled to space since 1961. Fact 334. The ISS is the most expensive object ever built, approximately $150 billion. Fact 335. Astronauts' eyesight can worsen in space. Fluid pressure changes affect the shape of the eyeball. Fact 336. Space is completely silent. Sound waves need a medium like air to travel. The vacuum has none. Fact 337. There is a cloud of alcohol in space. Sagittarius B2 contains enough ethanol for 400 trillion pints. Fact 338. Space smells like seared steak, gunpowder, and raspberries according to astronauts who sniffed their suits. Fact 339. There is a planet made largely of diamond. 55 Cancri E is twice Earth's size and maybe 1/3 diamond. Fact 340. A rogue planet wanders through space without a star. Billions may drift alone through the Milky Way. Fact 341. Cold welding occurs in space. If 2 pieces of the same bare metal touch, they permanently bond together. Fact 342. There is a diamond star. BPM 37093 is a crystallized white dwarf made of carbon. Fact 343. The Boomerang Nebula is the coldest known place at -272.15 degrees Celsius. Fact 3044. A day on Pluto is 6.4 Earth days long. It rotates slowly in the distant darkness. Fact 345. Olympus Mons on Mars is so large that standing on its peak you could not tell you were on a mountain. Fact 346. Hyperion, a moon of Saturn, looks like a giant sponge, covered in deep craters giving it a porous appearance. Fact 347. Venus rotates so slowly that you could walk faster than the planet spins at its equator. Fact 348. There may be a planet where it rains glass sideways. HD 189733b has fierce silicate winds. Fact 349. Neutron star material is so dense that a matchbox full would weigh about 3 billion tons. Fact 350. The largest known void in space, the KBC void, is 2 billion light-years wide. Almost nothing is inside it. Fact 351. The sun is gradually getting brighter. In a billion years it will be 10% brighter, making Earth too hot for life. Fact 352. Saturn's moon Mimas looks like the Death Star from Star Wars due to a massive impact crater. Fact 353. There are water geysers on Enceladus that shoot hundreds of kilometers into space. Fact 354. The WOW signal was a strong radio signal detected in 1977 that has never been explained. Fact 355. Some galaxies are nearly transparent. Ultra-diffuse galaxies have so few stars they are almost invisible. Fact 356. Over 5,000 exoplanets have been confirmed, planets orbiting stars other than our Sun. Fact 357. Some exoplanets orbit in the habitable zone where liquid water could exist, potentially hospitable to life. Fact 358. Hot Jupiters are gas giants orbiting extremely close to their stars. Their years last only days. Fact 359. The TRAPPIST-1 system has 7 Earth-sized planets. 3 are in the habitable zone. Fact 360. Kepler 442b is one of the most Earth-like exoplanets found. 60% larger than Earth, but extremely rocky. Fact 361. Some exoplanets are tidally locked. One side always faces the star in perpetual day, the other in eternal night. Fact 362. Free-floating planets exist without stars. Ejected from their systems, they wander through interstellar darkness. Fact 363. The transit method detects exoplanets by measuring tiny dips in starlight as planets cross in front of their stars. Fact 364. Some exoplanets have atmospheres detectable by the James Webb Space Telescope. Searching for biosignatures. Fact 365. Proxima Centauri b orbits our nearest stellar neighbor. It may be rocky and in the habitable zone. Fact 366. Some super-Earths are ocean worlds entirely covered in deep water. No land, just a global ocean. Fact 367. The Kepler Space Telescope discovered over 2,700 confirmed exoplanets during its mission. Fact 3868. Circumbinary planets orbit 2 stars simultaneously. Like Tatooine in Star Wars, but real. Fact 369. Some exoplanets have years lasting only hours. They orbit so close to their stars that a year is mere hours long. Fact 370. We may find evidence of extraterrestrial life on an exoplanet within the next few decades. The search continues. Fact 371. The Big Bang occurred 13.8 billion years ago. Space, time, and all matter began. Fact 372. The universe was opaque for its first 380,000 years, too hot for light to travel freely. Fact 373. The first atoms formed about 3 minutes after the Big Bang, mostly hydrogen and helium. Fact 374. The first stars formed about 200 million years after the Big Bang. They were enormous and short-lived. Fact 375. Cosmic inflation expanded the universe faster than light in the first fraction of a second after the Big Bang. Fact 376. The cosmic microwave background is the afterglow of the Big Bang, a faint warmth filling all of space. Fact 377. Matter and antimatter were created equally in the Big Bang. A tiny asymmetry allowed matter to survive. Fact 378. The first galaxies formed within 1 billion years of the Big Bang, small and irregular compared to today. Fact 379. Heavy elements like carbon and oxygen were created inside the first generation of stars and spread by supernovae. Fact 380. Our solar system formed 4.6 billion years ago from a cloud of gas and dust called the solar nebula. Fact 381. Life on Earth appeared at least 3.5 billion years ago. Simple cells in ancient oceans. Fact 382. Every proton in your body has existed since the first minutes after the Big Bang. You are ancient. Fact 383. The Hubble constant measures how fast the universe is expanding. Its exact value is still debated. Fact 384. The cosmic web took billions of years to form. Gravity slowly pulled matter into the filamentary structure we see today. Fact 385. We may never know what caused the Big Bang. It may be a question that lies beyond the reach of physics. Fact 386. In about 1 billion years, the sun will be too bright for liquid water on Earth. Life must adapt or perish. Fact 387. In 5 billion years, the sun becomes a red giant. Mercury, Venus, and possibly Earth will be consumed. Fact 388. The Andromeda Milky Way merger in 4.5 billion years will reshape both galaxies dramatically. Fact 389. After the sun dies, our solar system will drift as a cold, dark remnant through the galaxy. Fact 390. In 100 trillion years, all stars will have burned out. The universe enters the degenerate era. Fact 391. Black holes will be the last organized objects. They will slowly evaporate over unimaginable timescales. Fact 392. Proton decay may eventually destroy all remaining matter. Nothing would be left but radiation. Fact 393. The heat death of the universe is maximum entropy. No gradients, no change, no times arrow. Eternal equilibrium. Fact 394. Before heat death, the universe will have existed for trillions of years, an incomprehensible duration. Fact 395. Some theorists propose the universe may bounce, a new Big Bang from the ashes of the old. Fact 396. Space colonization of Mars could begin in the 2030s, the first permanent settlement beyond Earth. Fact 397. Generation ships could carry thousands of people to distant stars, journeys lasting centuries or millennia. Fact 398. Warp drive remains theoretical, but not impossible. Alcubierre's equations show a path to faster-than-light travel. Fact 399. Dyson spheres could harness all of a star's energy, a megastructure surrounding an entire sun. Fact 400. Terraforming Mars would take centuries, adding atmosphere, raising temperature, creating magnetic protection. Fact 411. Interstellar communication with laser beams could reach nearby stars, slower than travel but cheaper. Fact 402. The search for extraterrestrial intelligence has been ongoing for 60 years, no confirmed signal yet. Fact 403. Space elevators could reduce the cost of reaching orbit dramatically, a cable extending from Earth to geostationary orbit. Facts 404. Humanity's long-term survival may depend on becoming a multiplanetary species. All eggs in one basket is risky. Fact 405. The future of space exploration is bright. Every generation discovers more than the last imagined possible. 405 facts behind us. Almost 2/3 of the way through. Rest here in the gentle dark of space. The universe has told you its secrets tonight. From atoms to galaxies, from birth to death to rebirth. Feel how small you are. Feel how connected you are. Both are true simultaneously, small and significant. The remaining facts explore the strangest corners of physics and the deepest questions about reality itself. Let your breathing slow further. Each fact now is a gentle whisper from the cosmos. Soft truths for tired minds. You've traveled far tonight, from your bed to the edge of the observable universe and back again. Well done. The cosmos cradles you. You are made of its material. Star stuff contemplating star stuff. What a beautiful arrangement. Continue when ready. The facts grow softer now, designed to carry you gently toward the peaceful shore of sleep. Fact 416. Gamma-ray bursts are the most energetic events in the universe. They can release more energy in seconds than the Sun in its lifetime. Fact 47. Fast radio bursts are mysterious millisecond flashes of radio energy from deep space. Their origin is still debated. Fact 408. Gravitational waves travel at the speed of light. They stretch and compress space as they pass through. Fact 409. Cosmic rays are high-energy particles from space. Some have more energy than a tennis ball served by a professional. Fact 410. The northern and southern lights are caused by charged particles from the Sun hitting Earth's magnetic field. Fact 411. Peritons were mysterious radio signals originally thought to be cosmic. They turned out to be a microwave oven at the observatory. Fact 412. Gravitational lensing can magnify distant galaxies, acting as a natural telescope for astronomers. Fact 413. Time dilation is real. GPS satellites must correct for relativistic effects, or navigation would drift by kilometers daily. Fact 414. Tidal disruption events occur when a star wanders too close to a black hole and gets torn apart. Fact 415. Magnetars can have star quakes that release more energy than the Sun produces in hundreds of thousands of years. Fact 416. Pair production creates matter from pure energy. A photon can spontaneously become an electron and a positron. Fact 417. The Umrov effect means an accelerating observer sees empty spaces filled with thermal radiation. Vacuum is not empty. Fact 418. Synchrotron radiation is emitted by charged particles spiraling in magnetic fields. It lights up supernova remnants. Fact 4919. Solar eclipses have helped prove Einstein's general relativity by showing that the Sun bends starlight. Fact 420. Cosmic strings are hypothetical defects in space-time from the early universe. One-dimensional cracks in reality. Fact 421. Frame dragging near spinning black holes is so strong that even light is forced to orbit. Fact 422. Cherenkov radiation is the blue glow produced when particles travel faster than light in a medium like water. Fact 423. The twin paradox is real. A traveling twin would age less than the twin who stayed home. Fact 424. Neutron star mergers produce kilonovae, explosions that forge gold, platinum, and other heavy elements. Fact 425. Time moves slightly faster for your head than for your feet because your feet are closer to Earth's mass. Fact 426. Quantum entanglement links particles across any distance instantaneously. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance. Fact 427. The Heisenberg uncertainty principle means you cannot know both the position and momentum of a particle precisely. Fact 428. Schrödinger's cat is both alive and dead until observed. Quantum superposition applied to everyday objects. Fact 429. The many worlds interpretation suggests every quantum measurement creates branching parallel universes. Fact 430. Quantum tunneling allows particles to pass through barriers they classically cannot cross. It powers the Sun's fusion. Fact 431. The double-slit experiment shows the particles behave as waves when not observed, but as particles when measured. Fact 432. Vacuum fluctuations mean empty space constantly creates and destroys virtual particle-antiparticle pairs. Fact 433. The Casimir effect proves vacuum energy is real. Two metal plates placed close together feel a measurable attractive force. Fact 434. The holographic principle suggests all information in a volume of space can be encoded on its boundary. Fact 435. Time is relative. Two observers moving differently through space disagree about the order of distant events. Fact 436. The Planck temperature is the hottest possible temperature, about 142 nonillion degrees Celsius. Fact 437. Absolute zero is impossible to reach. You can get infinitely close but never actually achieve it. Fact 438. E equals mc squared means a tiny amount of mass contains enormous energy. 1 kilogram equals 90 quadrillion joules. Fact 439. The speed of light is the same for all observers regardless of their motion, the cornerstone of relativity. Fact 440. Nothing with mass can reach the speed of light. It would require infinite energy. Fact 441. The universe may be a simulation. This is philosophically impossible to disprove from within. Fact 442. Entropy always increases in a closed system. The arrow of time points toward greater disorder. Fact 443. The anthropic principle notes that the universe's constants are fine-tuned for life. Change them slightly and we could not exist. Fact 444. String theory proposes fundamental particles are tiny vibrating strings. It requires 10 or 11 dimensions. Fact 445. Loop quantum gravity suggests space itself comes in discrete chunks. Atoms of geometry at the Planck scale. Fact 446. The pillars of creation in the Eagle Nebula are about 5 light-years tall, towering columns of star-forming gas. Fact 447. The pale blue dot photograph shows Earth as a tiny speck in a sunbeam, taken by Voyager from 6 billion kilometers. Fact 448. Earthrise, photographed from Apollo 8, showed our planet rising over the lunar horizon. It changed human perspective. Fact 449. The Hubble Ultra Deep Field shows 10,000 galaxies in a patch of sky smaller than a grain of sand at arm's length. Fact 450. The Whirlpool Galaxy is a stunning face-on spiral galaxy about 31 million light-years away. Fact 451. Saturn's rings reflect sunlight so beautifully that they can be seen through a small backyard telescope. Fact 452. The Sombrero Galaxy has a bright nucleus and a large central bulge with a prominent dust lane. Fact 453. The Carina Nebula is one of the largest and brightest nebulae visible, a vast stellar nursery. Fact 454. The Butterfly Nebula is a planetary nebula shaped like butterfly wings, gas expanding from a dying star. Fact 455. The Antennae galaxies are 2 colliding galaxies creating a spectacular display of star formation. Fact 456. The cosmic microwave background shows tiny temperature variations, seeds of all structure in the universe. Fact 457. Aurora on Jupiter are permanent and hundreds of times more powerful than Earth's northern lights. Fact 458. The Veil Nebula is a supernova remnant forming a beautiful arc of glowing filaments in the constellation Cygnus. Fact 459. The deep sky is filled with wonders visible only through telescopes, an invisible universe of beauty. Fact 460. The Helix Nebula is sometimes called the Eye of God, a dying star's last gasp shaped like a cosmic eye. Fact 461. The Pleiades star cluster is visible to the naked eye, 7 sisters wrapped in faint blue reflection nebulae. Fact 462. Eta Carinae is a massive unstable star system that may explode as a supernova soon in cosmic terms. Fact 463. The Milky Way's central bar structure can be seen in infrared photographs as a band of old red stars. Fact 464. The Hoax object is a galaxy shaped like a perfect ring. How it formed is still a mystery. Fact 465. Every photograph from the Hubble and Webb telescopes reminds us how small and how special we are. Fact 466. Life on Earth has existed for at least 3.5 billion years. It may have started even earlier. Fact 467. Extremophiles on Earth live in boiling hot springs, deep ocean vents, and frozen Antarctic ice. Fact 468. The building blocks of life, amino acids, have been found in meteorites and interstellar gas clouds. Fact 469. Tardigrades can survive in the vacuum of space. These tiny creatures endure extreme radiation and temperatures. Fact 470. The Drake equation estimates the number of communicating civilizations in our galaxy. Answers range from 1 to millions. Fact 471. The Fermi paradox asks why, if life is common, we have found no evidence of alien civilizations. Fact 472. Europa and Enceladus are top candidates for extraterrestrial life in our solar system. Both have subsurface oceans. Fact 473. Phosphine was tentatively detected in Venus's atmosphere. Some scientists suggested it could indicate microbial life. Fact 474. Mars may have had microbial life billions of years ago when it had liquid water and a thicker atmosphere. Fact 475. Titan's methane lakes could theoretically support a completely alien biochemistry different from anything on Earth. Fact 476. SETI has been searching for extraterrestrial signals since 1960. No confirmed detection yet. Fact 477. Panspermia suggests life could spread between planets or stars via asteroids carrying microorganisms. Fact 478. The habitable zone is the region around a star where liquid water can exist, different for each star type. Fact 479. If microbial life is found elsewhere in our solar system, it would be the greatest discovery in human history. Fact 480. We are either alone in the universe or we are not. Either answer is extraordinary and humbling. 480 facts. The gentlest cosmic education ever delivered. Rest here among the stars you now know so well. Your mind is a constellation of facts now, each one a star, connected by the threads of understanding. The universe does not judge, it does not rush, it simply is, and tonight you simply are, resting within it. 120 facts remain, the softest, most comforting truths about the cosmos, designed to guide you to sleep. Let your eyes grow heavy, let the facts blur gently into a warm background hum of cosmic knowledge. You are made of atoms forged in stars. You are the universe experiencing itself. How extraordinary! These final facts are whispered truths, quiet observations about the beauty and strangeness of existence. When you are ready, we continue one last time, the final stretch of our cosmic journey together. Fact 481. Every atom in your body was once inside a star that exploded. You are literally made of stardust. Fact 482. The iron in your blood was forged in a dying star's core. Cosmic recycling at its most intimate. Fact 483. You share 97% of your atoms with the rest of the solar system. Fact 484. The calcium in your bones comes from supernova explosions that occurred before our sun was born. Fact 485. Hydrogen atoms in your body are among the oldest things in the universe, born minutes after the Big Bang. Fact 486. You are a way for the universe to know itself, conscious matter contemplating its own existence. Fact 487. The gold in jewelry was created when two neutron stars collided billions of years ago. Fact 488. Your body contains about 7 octillion atoms. That is 7 followed by 27 zeros. Fact 489. If you could line up every atom in your body end to end, the chain would stretch beyond the solar system. Fact 490. You are breathing atoms that were once breathed by every human who ever lived. Atoms recycle endlessly. Fact 491. The oxygen you breathe was created inside massive stars that lived and died before our sun existed. Fact 492. Your brain contains about 100 billion neurons, the same number as stars in the Milky Way. Fact 493. Light takes about 1.3 seconds to travel from Earth to the Moon, but 8 hours to reach Pluto. Fact 494. The space between atoms in your body is vast relative to the atoms themselves. You are mostly empty space. Fact 495. If you removed all the empty space from every human on Earth, we would fit inside a sugar cube. Fact 496. You are an arrangement of quarks and electrons that has become aware, physics contemplating physics. Fact 497. The universe does not owe us beauty, and yet it is beautiful beyond measure, a gratuitous gift. Fact 498. Silence in space is not emptiness, it is fullness without sound, a profound cosmic quiet. Fact 499. The night sky connects you to everyone who ever looked up in wonder, a shared human experience across all of time. Fact 500. Every sunset you see is caused by the same physics that powers distant nebulae. The universe is consistent everywhere. Fact 51. The universe is under no obligation to make sense to you, and yet so much of it does. How lovely! Fact 502. There are places in the universe where gravity is so weak it barely exists. Cosmic Lagrange points of perfect balance. Fact 503. The sound of the Big Bang has been converted to audio. It is a deep cosmic hum, still echoing everywhere. Fact 504. Stars in a galaxy rarely collide. When galaxies merge, their stars pass by each other like dancers in a ballroom. Fact 505. The color of the universe averaged together is beige. Scientists named it cosmic latte. Fact 506. Light pollution hides 99% of stars from city dwellers. The real sky is breathtaking. Fact 57. The oldest photon you can see with the naked eye comes from the Andromeda Galaxy, 200 million years old. Fact 508. Every compass needle on Earth is gently pulled by the planet's liquid iron core spinning thousands of kilometers below. Fact 509. The stars you see tonight are your stellar neighbors. The vast majority of stars in the galaxy are forever invisible to us. Fact 510. The total energy of the universe may be exactly zero. Positive energy of matter balanced by negative gravitational energy. Fact 501. Astronauts consistently report that seeing Earth from space changes their perspective permanently. The overview effect. Fact 512. The Milky Way is moving through space at about 600 kilometers per second towards something called the Great Attractor. Fact 513. The oldest known exoplanet is about 12.7 billion years old, formed when the universe was young. Fact 5114. Moonlight is just reflected sunlight. When you admire the moon, you are seeing our sun's light bounce back to you. Fact 515. The closest star to the Sun, Proxima Centauri, would take about 70,000 years to reach with current technology. Fact 516. Zodiacal light is a faint glow caused by sunlight reflecting off interplanetary dust, visible before dawn. Fact 517. Every galaxy in the universe is moving away from every other galaxy. The universe has no center. Fact 518. The wow signal lasted 72 seconds. It matched the expected signature of an extraterrestrial transmission perfectly. Fact 519. The farthest human-made object, Voyager 1, has been traveling for over 47 years and still sends data. Fact 520. Space is not truly empty between the galaxies. A thin fog of atoms persists even in the deepest voids. Fact 521. The universe has existed for nearly 14 billion years and will continue for trillions more. Time is abundant. Fact 5222. You are alive during one of the best times to study the cosmos. Technology lets us see more than ever before. Fact 523. The night sky has comforted humans for hundreds of thousands of years, the same stars that soothe you tonight. Fact 524. The cosmic microwave background is the oldest thing you can detect, a gentle warmth from the universe's infancy. Fact 525. Gravity is the weakest of the four fundamental forces, yet it shapes the entire large-scale structure of the cosmos. Fact 526. Every sunset proves that Earth is spinning, a daily cosmic performance that costs nothing to attend. Fact 527. The hydrogen in every glass of water you drink is 13.8 billion years old. Primordial refreshment. Fact 528. Stars twinkle because of Earth's atmosphere. Without it, they would shine as steady points of light. Fact 529. The carbon in your DNA was produced inside a star that died before our sun was born. Fact 530. The universe is expanding, creating more space all the time. There is always room for more. Fact 531. Shooting stars are tiny grains of dust that travel millions of years to create a second of beauty for you. Fact 532. The force of gravity between you and the person nearest to you is real but immeasurably tiny, connected nonetheless. Fact 533. Every clear night, you can see about 2,500 stars with your naked eye, each one a distant sun. Fact 534. The cosmic web that connects all galaxies may remind you that nothing in the universe is truly alone. Fact 535. Photosynthesis captures starlight and turns it into life. Every leaf is a tiny solar panel powered by our star. Fact 536. The same laws of physics operate everywhere in the observable universe. The cosmos is remarkably consistent. Fact 537. Somewhere right now a new star is being born, and somewhere another is gently fading away. Fact 538. The universe does not hurry. Galaxies take billions of years to form. Stars burn for millions. Patience is cosmic. Fact 539. You exist at a unique moment in cosmic history, early enough to wonder, late enough to begin finding answers. Fact 540. The universe made you from its own material and gave you the ability to understand it. That is its greatest gift. Fact 541. The quiet of space is not absence. It is the sound of everything happening too far away to hear. Fact 542. If you could hear the sun, it would sound like a deep roaring bell at a distance of 1 astronomical unit. Fact 543. Every photon that enters your eye has traveled in a perfectly straight line, at the speed of light, just to reach you. Fact 544. The tides you feel at the ocean are the moon gently pulling the water toward it, a cosmic caress. Fact 545. The North Star, Polaris, is not the brightest star. It is just conveniently located above Earth's North Pole. Fact 546. When you look at the moon, you see light that left the sun 8 minutes ago, bounced off the moon, and reached you in 1.3 seconds. Fact 547. The constellations slowly change shape over thousands of years as stars move through the galaxy. Fact 548. The Milky Way gets its name from a band of light visible on dark nights, billions of distant stars blending together. Fact 549. The evening star and the morning star are both Venus, the same planet seen at different times. Fact 550. The total number of stars visible to the naked eye is only about 9,500 from both hemispheres combined. Fact 551. Starlight can take millions of years to reach your eyes. You are always looking back in time. Fact 552. The furthest thing visible to the naked eye is the Andromeda Galaxy, a smudge of light 2 million years old. Fact 5553. The sky is a museum. Every point of light is an exhibit from a different era of cosmic history. Fact 554. Moonlight is about 400,000 times dimmer than direct sunlight, yet it is enough to walk by. Fact 555. The darkest skies on Earth, far from cities, reveal a night sky so dense with stars it takes your breath away. Fact 556. Sirius, the brightest star in the night sky, is only 8.6 light-years away, a close stellar neighbor. Fact 5557. The Pleiades star cluster is about 100 million years old, young in stellar terms. Fact 558. Meteors enter the atmosphere at speeds up to 72 kilometers per second, faster than any human-made vehicle. Fact 559. The total mass of the atmosphere is about 5 quadrillion tons, a thin but substantial blanket of air. Fact 560. The horizon on the moon is much closer than on Earth because the moon is smaller. Space feels more intimate there. Fact 561. The universe may be infinite. What we can see is limited by the speed of light and the age of the cosmos. Fact 562. Every civilization on Earth develops stories about the stars. We are hardwired to wonder about the cosmos. Fact 563. The atoms in your left hand may have come from a different star than the atoms in your right hand. Fact 564. If the entire history of the universe were compressed into 1 year, humans would appear in the last second of December 31st. Fact 565. The chance of you existing is astronomically small. Every atom had to be in the right place at the right time. Fact 566. The observable universe contains about 10 to the 80th power atoms, a number beyond human comprehension. Fact 567. Space is three-dimensional, but time adds a fourth dimension. You move through space-time constantly. Fact 568. The edge of the observable universe is not a wall. It is simply the limit of how far light has traveled since the Big Bang. Fact 569. Dark flow suggests galaxy clusters may be pulled towards something beyond the observable universe. Fact 570. The fine structure constant is approximately 1 over 137. If it were different, atoms could not form. Fact 571. The universe started with almost perfect uniformity. Tiny variations grew into all the structure we see today. Fact 572. Every time you exhale, some of those atoms will eventually spread across the entire planet. Fact 573. Photons of light have no mass. They exist only in motion, always traveling at the speed of light. Fact 574. The gravity you feel right now connects you to every mass in the observable universe. Faintly, but really. Fact 575. The laws of physics allow time travel into the future. Just move very fast or sit near something very massive. Fact 576. Empty space has a temperature of about 2.7 Kelvin. Cold, but not absolute zero. Fact 577. The universe is the ultimate free lunch. It may have arisen from nothing through quantum fluctuations. Fact 578. We are the universe's way of looking at itself, through telescopes, equations, and wandering eyes. Fact 579. The story of the cosmos is your story. You are not in the universe. You are the universe. Fact 580. Everything that has ever happened, happened in space. You are always in space. You have never left. Fact 581. The night is gentle. The stars are kind. They have watched over sleeping beings for billions of years. Fact 582. Gravity is what keeps you comfortably in bed. The same force that holds galaxies together holds you safe tonight. Fact 583. The moon's light tonight has traveled 1.3 seconds to reach your window, a cosmic nightlight. Fact 584. Somewhere above you right now, the International Space Station is orbiting. Humans sleeping in space, just like you. Fact 585. The stars above will be there tomorrow night and the night after. Patient, constant, and comforting. Fact 586. Your heartbeat is powered by atoms forged in stars. Every pulse is a tiny echo of a supernova. Fact 587. The oxygen entering your lungs right now was created inside a massive star millions of years ago. Fact 588. Sleep is when your brain processes everything it has learned. Tonight, it has learned 600 cosmic truths. Fact 589. The universe is vast, but you are not lost in it. You are exactly where you should be, right here. Fact 590. Every dream you have unfolds in a brain made of stardust. Your dreams are cosmic events. Fact 591. The darkness of night is not emptiness. It is the universe holding you in its gentle, quiet embrace. Fact 592. Tomorrow the sun will rise because space-time tells the Earth how to orbit. Physics tucking you into a new day. Fact 593. The stars are singing. Stellar oscillations produce sounds that could be music if space had air to carry it. Fact 594. You have been awake for one more day on a planet hurtling through space. You have earned this rest. Fact 595. The cosmic microwave background fills every corner of space with a faint warmth. You are never truly cold in the cosmos. Fact 596. Entropy ensures that tomorrow will be different from today. Change is built into the fabric of reality. Fact 597. The universe has been telling its story for nearly 14 billion years. Tonight, you listened. Fact 598. May your dreams carry you to nebulae and galaxies and back again. The cosmos is your dreamscape. Fact 599. You are precious. In all the vast cosmos, there is only one of you. Unique and irreplaceable. Fact